Hello, Jim Chow here, coming to you for a video today that I'm excited to be cutting, and I have a privilege to have a gentleman today that is makes money a little bit differently online. You'll see a lot of people have the perception that in order to make money from home, you always have to get a bunch of friends and families, get a bunch of people to join your business, and even if you take this online, you still have to recruit a ton of people. And if people don't trust you and they don't know who you are, they're not going to buy from you, and you're not going to make money. Now, I have the privilege of interviewing a gentleman today that you see him just in a quick second. And he's been making money from home since he was 21 years old, six-figure income, and nobody knows who he is. We were talking on the way here, and I was telling him that, hey, the reason why I make a lot of money is because I have a branding online. A lot of people knows me. And you're able to create money out of thin air when people don't know who you are. And I found that really interesting. And I find that this will be extreme value to a lot of people watching this video because a lot of people don't know who they are and they haven't established their branding. So without further ado, I want to switch the camera over to Mr. Dion Jeffy.
Hey guys, so Dion here, and yeah, just like Jim said, for me it's been more of a silent income. I've been able to generate a pretty good income online and doing that on the platform of eBay. But before I got started with eBay and doing the drop shipping, I was grinding it, like many of you guys may have done. I was trying to make money different ways, and with eBay specifically, I was selling iPods that I was buying, whether I go to pawn shops, get broken iPods, piece them out, and it was always a grind. It wasn't sustainable. I'd always have to go to the post office and wait in lines and ship it out and determine what profit I was going to make. It was very unstable, and it wasn't until that I got in contact with Roger Langell and learned the drop shipping methods that you guys have the same opportunity to learn that it really just turned a light bulb on. And I realized then and there that there are ways out there to make money and simply. And I wasn't my mindset was always it's hard to make money, and it was always a grind. But when I learned the drop shipping and realized that literally I can just copy and paste items from one website onto another, mark the price up, and make profits, that was amazing to me. I mean, waking up in the morning and seeing all these PayPal notifications, literally more money by the time I woke up than I would make at my previous job, that was an amazing feeling for me. And it was amazing that not only could I have that success in a very short time, literally in my first month, covering what I used to make at my job, but being able to pay it forward to so many other people, literally having people learn this, change their financial situation, change the quality of their life, literally be able to go ahead and make different choices on how they're going to spend their time, spend it with their family. But not only that, they naturally wanted to share it with their friends. They naturally wanted to share it. They say in MLMs, you want to share this like you would a good movie or a good restaurant. Problem is, really the only way you make money in most MLMs is by recruiting, is by kind of pushing the product, pushing the recruitment process onto other people, and that's how you duplicate. With this, I had the great satisfaction knowing that if I can do this, non-techie guy, I've never built a website, never done a blog site, but was able to tap into simple information. They say information is power, but truly it's applied information. This information now, if it's applied, you can go ahead and have great success. And that's what I did. Saw a lot of other people have that success, and they naturally wanted to share it with other people. So fast forward to what we're at now, DS Domination. It's very exciting times, and I could speak with conviction knowing that when I help somebody get started, they have the same opportunity that I had a few years ago. And whether you wanted to make a silent income like I did, where I was able to travel, go to New York, spend time with friends and family, go to Vegas, and make money all the while, I was able to do that and not have to tell anybody about my business. But the nice thing is, you get excited, you feel good about helping other people, and that's where we stand today. So I really appreciate being able to work with great leaders, Roger Langell, Jim Chow, and being able to spread this message to other individuals.
Now, Dion wasn't kidding when he said it's absolutely non-technical about things. We're coming here, he's literally asking me, so how do you import a movie onto your computer and put a caption on? I was like, you gotta be kidding me, right? And I know many of you watching this video knows how to do that. Now, I'm actually very curious in asking Dion this question following here, and I know a lot of you guys watching this video, and I know I was in the same process back, I don't know, 6 years ago, that making a substantial income, and for many of you, it would be 5 figures a month, right? A lot of people would never hit that in their lifetime, and for me, 6 years ago, barely coming out from high school a few years and never made more than $15 an hour, that was a lot of money to me. And a lot of times that you're looking at videos like this and you would be questioning yourself, is this real? Can I do it? And you don't quite see it because it hasn't materialized for you yet. So Dion, I want to ask you a question. When you were 19 years old, right? You've been making money, really good money now on eBay for a couple of years. When you were 19, did you know that you were going to make, a substantially more money in just a couple of years? And what was going through your mind the first few months that you start making money online?
Well, for me, I always knew I was destined for greater things, and I knew I didn't want to settle for mediocrity. And, luckily I had supportive parents where, they let me, go a different route. It wasn't a conventional education, it was more of a personal education. And I knew that if I could tap into the right information, that I can emulate the success of others. And so I knew it was just about finding the opportunity. My issue is, and I know a lot of others have shared the same issue, is there's so much out there. It's very convoluted where you can get stuck in finding one thing after another and not really finding good results. For me, I had tried to sell on eBay. I tried to sell the iPods. I tried to sell those TI-83, TI-84 Texas Instrument calculators and make money. But it always was more of a grind. And, I heard it once said that once the fortunes come, they will come, and they'll come quickly. And for me, it wasn't until I had that conversation with Roger where I really, the light bulb went on, and I realized that it doesn't necessarily have to be harder to make more money. You could actually work that saying smarter. And for me, that's how it was, where I literally was at my computer and I said, I have to make this work, because if not, I'm going back to a job, a 9-to-5 job. And I was able to go ahead and start copying and pasting items. And for me, it was nice. It wasn't about, hey, let me go make $200, $300 a day. Of course, that was a goal I wanted to achieve. But essentially being able to make $15 a day, $25 a day. Because once I knew that was possible, I knew that I could continue to scale up. And I started doing that, $15, $20 a day. In fact, it was my first month that my goal was just to make $50 a day, 7 days a week. Because if I could achieve that, that would keep me from going back to a job. And what was great was by the end of my first month, I had that goal, I started achieving it. And by the end of my second month, I started having $100 profit days, and then it got into $200 profit days, and it was never that bad ever since. And it was great because the money just kept coming. I had the ability to, just live life on a different level. For me, they say, the saying money's not everything, of course, yes, but it ranks up there with oxygen, and of course, you can change the quality of your life. You can change the quality of other people's lives if you can do well for yourself. And so for me, it's been such a blessing, and I'm glad that other people are going to be able to experience the same situation.
Perfect, perfect. Now, as you're watching this video, you may say, well, Dion, how are you so good on video if you have never done marketing, never done branding before? Now, I don't even know the answer to that question, but now I do know that Dion has coached many people on how to drop ship on eBay. What are some of the more typical, just give me maybe 2 stories at the most, of typical individuals that come from a background of maybe very introverted, don't like to talk to people, camera shy, and what kind of results have they been able to achieve?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've worked with a lot of people, and it's always nice to help people and have that opportunity that I had to have the results. But, specifically working with some people where I've had, someone such as my stepfather who, never want to do any make money from home, deal, so to speak. But, we know eBay, we know Amazon, household names. And what was great was just from him implementing what I was doing. And it was undeniable that if I didn't have to go get a job and I'm living there, paying rent at the house, that obviously something's working. So, he's got a very busy schedule. I was able to share it with him, and he doesn't like being on the phones. He's of course not going to share this with anybody else. Of course, there was no business side at the time, anyways. But he was able to implement it, start paying the car payment, the mortgage, just with the eBay income, and that was a great feeling for him. But I also had a gentleman who I got started a couple years ago, And when he came to me, he said, Dion, if I could just make an extra $500 a month, that would be amazing. That would stop me from having to scrape by. At that point in time in his life, he was working odd jobs, having to travel hours just to get work, and $500 a month extra would just make an amazing difference. And I knew that he, with the hunger he had to succeed and the vehicle he had to do it, eBay, could absolutely do that. In fact, it wasn't until his second month that he cleared over $2,000 in profit in a month. And shortly after that, about 7 months later, he was. I gave him a call. I said, Aaron, how are sales? And he said, Dion, you'd never believe it, but I cleared $8,500 in profits the month of February, and I'm gonna break $10,000 the following month. And for me, that's just an amazing feeling, because I've had great success myself. But when I see other people that have struggled and never really found success and able to implement something such as this, where they don't have to talk to friends and family. In fact, the nice part, for him, he specifically tells me that he can go on fishing trips now where he can bring his laptop and a wireless card, bring his friends along with him. He doesn't have to talk about the business, but the whole time he's there, he's making more money than he's paying to take his friends out on this fishing trip. So he spends more time with his family because they're not close, but he can afford to commute to hang out with them. So being able to impact other people's quality of life is amazing, and doing it with the exact vehicle that I've been able to use is just a great feeling.
Awesome, Dion. Now, there's only 2 of the examples and testimonials that Dion's been able to share. Otherwise, you'll be seeing us all day and all night here in this video, and YouTube won't even allow that long of a video. And within DS Domination, we literally have hundreds more, in fact, over 1,000 more testimonials here, just within the last 2.5 months. We would love you to be part of the community. We want to help you out, and it's definitely refreshing to collect as many success stories as possible. So click on the link below this video. If you see a caption on this video, go there right now ASAP, make time for it, set an alarm, set a reminder on your iPhone, and we will see you in the inside.